it's Doris with Aldi Books, and I am needing to do a check-in. I keep meaning to do these on Fridays in a regular manner, but you know, that never works out for me. Anyway, I have finished 10 more books since my last check-in. 4 of those I am holding back for other videos for various reasons, so that leaves 6 in this stack. So let's see if the boo baby will let me do this or not. Boo, what are you doing? Okay, so the first one we need to talk about is Aya, Life in Yop City. I meant to give you a disclaimer that I am having a great deal of difficulty remembering the timeline portion of the settings for all these books. So apologize in advance if I can't remember those. This one is really fun. It's a slice of life set in the Ivory Coast in the 70s. It's a time of like independence and a solid economy for this country, and it's just a delightful slice of life. I really enjoyed reading it and looking forward to the second in this duology. It's 6 volumes in 2 bind-ups like this, so 2 of this sized book. And yeah, so it's surrounding this woman, Aya, and her 2 best friends, and you know, she's kind of studious and, you know, responsible, and her 2 friends are not necessarily that. But it's just really fun, and I enjoyed seeing their friendship and the family dynamics and the cultural representation here, and just it was a great read for me. And then we have Outline by Rachel Cusk, and this one was a lot different. There's a lot of navel gazing, self-absorbed navel gazing in this book. However, it is beautifully written in a literary sense, in that it's richly thematic. So intellectually, there's a lot to think about and unpack in here. So that did keep me interested. So, but it was a mixed bag. There were like 3 chapters that I thought were spectacular. Some other chapters that I was fairly bored by, annoyed by. So this is a novelist who's taken a job teaching writing in Athens for, I guess, a summer course, let's say. So, and she's having some relationship difficulties back home with her marriage, and she doesn't really talk about those, but you can unpack what's going on through the characters in her story. So, like I said, it's very intellectually engrossing, but also kind of boring at the same time. So a mixed bag. I am interested enough to read the next in the trilogy, which that one I think is focusing more on her being a single mom. So that might be more up my alley. We'll see. I will definitely keep you posted on that one. And then The Prime of Miss Jean Brodie by Muriel Spark. This one is in Scotland at a private girls' school. I don't know if I need to say a lot about this. It seems to pop up on BookTube quite often, at least from time to time. Miss Jean Brodie, she's something else. And yeah, it's just a really quirky read. I liked it. I enjoyed it. It's not my like favorite or anything, but it was definitely fun and interesting to see what all of the hype train was there. And then we have my Dude Bro short story collection. What we talk about when we talk about love by Raymond Carver. So, this one, dear me. So, like the first 3 or 4, I just was left scratching my head. Like, what was that? What did I just read? I'm not quite sure. Then, there was one that I was just like so back home. It was, you know, what was his name? I forget his name, but dude made a catfish pond, you know. It was just like I felt like I was back on the redneck Riviera where I grew up. So I just really connected with that one. And there were some others. There was one that was just so poignant. I was like, oh, wow. So anyway, I think that's holds true with a lot of short story collections, that you connect with a few of the stories, and some of them you just don't get at all. But yeah, I did enjoy the 70s vibe in this one too. That was really fun. As a wee one in the 70s, I was like, yeah. Anyway, then I got to Good Talk by Mara Jacobs, another graphic novel. This one is in a really interesting format. She cuts out figures of herself, her family, her friends, acquaintances, and uses them and adds dialogue to background photos. So really interesting art style, really effective. And this one is a memoir of her conversations basically with her young son, who is mixed race. His mother is Indian and his father is Jewish. And the mother is also fairly dark for her heritage. So she talks about some of that among her family and the biases there. And then her young son is infatuated, I guess, with Michael Jackson and his dance moves, and notices the changing skin tones of Michael Jackson through the decades, and asks his mother about that. And so these conversations ensue, and she starts sharing flashbacks to her own childhood, moments in her fledgling writing career, her college years. It's a fascinating book. Really, the thing that resonated with me most was, talking about her in-laws and how much she loves them and they love her, and yet how do you love them when the things they believe in are so hurtful? Oh, that got me. But yeah, this is a really, really good read. And then yet another graphic novel, Wings of Fire. This is book 1 in the Dragonette prophecy. So the Dragonettes are all the rage in the 4th grade right now, probably the 5th grade too. I'm not sure about that because I don't have any 5th grade students this year, but the 4th graders, man, they are consumed. So I am bonding with my 4th grader over this series, and I gotta tell you, I'm reeled in. I'm definitely reeled in. So, the prophecy starts with these 5 eggs that are pulled together to fulfill this prophecy, and they hatch, and they're in like a school setting. So the whole story is from the perspective of the dragons. They talk. I don't think this is a Sean book. But anyway, I had a great deal of fun reading this. These are chapter books, but now there is a graphic novel series out as well, and I have the first 3 volumes in my classroom, and I think the 4th is out as well. I need to check, but we're gonna start volume 2 this week. Very excited. And then this weekend I'm working on weekend number 2 of my Memento Moriathon bingo. Where is that? Oh, here's my bullet journal. Let me just share here. Yes, I'm doing quite well. So working on that. So I read The Magical Language of Others by E.J. Coe. Floral cover. Yes. This is really gorgeous. So part of it is translated if you're looking for translated work. Part of it is epistolary if you like those. So Korean family, the daughter was born here in the States, I think. Yeah. But then when she's 14, her dad takes a job back in Korea and leaves her with her older brother, and mom sends letters back. So the letters are in here. So she has written a memoir surrounding this. It's a style of writing, very sparse and poetic, that I love, just flashes of thoughts thrown together in this cohesive manner that you kind of have to ponder what she's thinking about and trying to express. And then she also translates her mother's letters and then leaves the Korean version in there to read if you can, but enjoy. I think Korean is a very visually beautiful language. So yeah, this goes from her early teen years through her young adult years, and I really enjoyed it. So yeah, I have 3 audiobooks on the go right now. How does that even happen? I don't know. And I think I need to start another. I think I did start it yesterday, but I only read like a page, an ebook, because I put all the BookTube prize books on hold at my public library, and when they come in, I kind of need to read them because, new books have a 2-week window, and if they're hold books, you kind of want to get them read because you might not get them back in time, you know what I'm saying? And I have a couple buddy reads on the go. I started the hashtag Read Soul Lit finally, and I'm 200 pages in and completely engrossed. It is a major page turner. He's so good at making you care about the characters really quickly, but then he hold on to the tension like throughout, so you're constantly afraid for the characters that you're invested in. And yeah, so yeah, that's it. I'm gonna try to. I am 15 books read this month, and it's the 17th, so I think that's pretty good. Like, I'm behind by a couple, but I think that I could wrap those up today if I really worked at it. Yeah, I'm doing well. So I'm just gonna shut up now, and I hope you all are having a wonderful President's Day if you're in the States, and a great Monday wherever you are, or maybe it's almost Tuesday. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and I'll be back soon. Bye.